Hey friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and I am so excited that you decided to take time out of your day to spend with me, because today we are talking my June TBR as well as my June reading plans. Now look, is this year flying by? I think so. But if you don't know, June is Pride Month. So I figure that I will spend the month reading LGBTQIA plus books just to represent for the community. So I'll be doing a lot of themed sit down videos around the topic as well as reading vlogs. So be on the lookout for those. I hope I can give you some good recommendations for some good representation. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the books that I plan to read for the month. So to start, I will be doing the second round episode video of Lex picking the books I read, and I just feel like we couldn't let Pride Month pass without letting her pick without letting her pick some books for me to read. The only stipulation that she had this time was, of course, it had to be somehow related to the Alphabet Mafia. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what she picked for me. I know at this point, but you'll just have to wait until the video is posted to see what books she picked for me this time. And yeah, excited about that. One of the series that I plan on starting is what I plan on calling Sci-Fi Summers, because here's the thing. I like sci-fi TV shows, and I think that I like sci-fi books, and there's a lot of synopses that sound good to me, and I have bought a pretty good number of sci-fi books, and they're just sitting on my shelves collecting dust, okay? Because I'm intimidated by the sci-fi books. There's no other reason why I'm not reading them. I'm just intimidated by them. So I decided it is time for me to not only pick them up, but give myself a chance to see what I like in the sci-fi genre, so I'll know what to buy and what to read going forward. But I can only do that by reading what I've already bought. So I figure, why not choose the summertime to try to get through my collection of sci-fi books. So as mentioned before, this month's theme is LGBTQIA+, and that's the kind of sci-fi books that will be featured in this first episode. So the first one that I have that is an option, y'all know I like to have options, so all of these of course will not be read in the month of June, but this is the stack that I will be mood reading from. So the first one for the Sci-Fi Summer episode 1 is going to be The Genesis of Misery by Neon Yang. I found out about this book when I first started watching booktube videos some years ago, and I think I bought it some years ago. I still haven't read it. So we got to see. It's an old familiar story. A young person hears the voice of an angel saying they have been chosen as a warrior to lead their people to victory in a holy war. But Misery Nomaki, they knows they are a fraud. And this is a reimagining of Joan of Arc's story, given a space opera giant robot twist. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this, but it sounds interesting and I'm excited to read it. Yeah, we have another booktube favorite, and that is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I have heard nothing but good things about this. So this has been described as like cozy sci-fi. It's a space opera. It is a queer team, a found family type of vibe. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I know about it. We have one that I received the arc for and then bought the book once it came out and have yet to pick up either. But that is Yours for the Taking by Gabrielle Korn. And this is a like climate change, maybe? At once a mesmerizing story of queer love, betrayal, and chosen family, and an unflinching indictment of white corporate feminism, Gabrielle Korn's Yours for the Taking holds a mirror to our own world and all its beauty and horror. Ava and her girlfriend live in what's left of Brooklyn, and though they love each other, it's hard to find happiness while the effects of climate change rapidly eclipse their world. Soon it won't be safe to go outside at all. The only people guaranteed survival are the ones whose applications are accepted to the Inside Project, which is a series of weather safe city sized structures around the world. So, yeah, I think this is going to be very interesting and maybe a little scary because of how close it feels like we could be to some weird stuff like this happening for real. We have The Ephemera Collector by Stacy Nathaniel Jackson, and this is an Afro-futuristic debut where an archivist finds herself the target of a violent plot and must rely on the help of her AI assistive technologies. And this follows Zandria in a near future Los Angeles who works as an archivist at a library, art museum, botanical garden combination type place. And she has descended from a family of obsessive collectors who took part in the Great Migration. While juggling multiple projects, her neurocognitive symptoms of long COVID are worsening as her health bot keeps having to remind her. When her place of work unexpectedly goes into lockdown, Zandria must rely on her adaptive technology and her own flickering intuition to preserve her life's work. And this is an original saga written in lyrical prose. So we'll see. This sounds very interesting. I don't know how I feel about AI in general, so this will be kind of cool to see, and definitely let me know if I like AI in books or not. So I'm excited to figure that out at minimum. So then I plan on doing some fantasy reading in the LGBTQIA plus space as well. And I have some carryovers because I told y'all and of course they want to test the storm signal right now. So if you can hear that, my bad, but I'm gonna keep talking. Anyway, and y'all know I have some carryovers of books that I just have not been able to get to. And I know y'all are sick of seeing these books. And I ain't gonna tell y'all what they're about because you have seen these at minimum 2 times in the past couple TBRs. So, I said you're gonna see them until I read them, and that's how I'm gonna hold myself accountable, and that's what's gonna happen. So first off, you already know we have Mistress of Lies by K.M. Enright, and I promise you, I'm gonna read this book before 2025 is over. I'm hoping that this is actually the month that I read this book because look, it just needs to happen. There's no reason why it hasn't happened yet. And this one is basically just me waiting for the audiobook to come in. So, yeah, I thought it was going to come in May. It did not. So, we will see what happens with June. And that is Gifted and Talented by Olivie Blake. This one has been, making its rounds since it came out, and I'm hoping that my audiobook hold comes in June so I can go ahead and read it. This one has been on my TBR for an embarrassing amount of time because I also had the arc of this book and it has come out and I have bought it and I still haven't read it yet. And that is Where Shadows Meet by Patrice Caldwell. And I just feel like this is going to be one of my favorite books possibly ever. And I think that may be why I'm holding off on reading it, but we're going to make it happen in June. Like, it has to happen in June. We have an anthology that has been on my TBR an embarrassing amount of time since it probably released. And I think that was like 2022, 23. Let me see. When did this come out? 2023. Yeah. So we need to get this read, and that is Fit for the Gods. And this is Greek mythology reimagined. It's an anthology that features Marika Bailey, Alyssa Cole, Zoraida Cordova, Sarah Gailey, and a lot more authors. It's an enchanting and eternally popular world of Greek myth, an anthology of gender bent, queered, race bent, and inclusive retellings. And I just think this is going to be very interesting. I like reading Greek myth retellings, but I think this is going to be especially something special because of the representation that it will now include. And I just need to pick it up. This is the last book that I am considering for the fantasy vlog, and that is To Cage a God by Elizabeth May. And this is, what is this about? Using ancient secrets, Galena and Sarah's mother grafted gods into their bones, bound to brutal deities, and granted forbidden power no commoner has held in a millennia. The sisters have grown up to become living weapons, raised to overthrow an empire no matter what the cost. With their mother gone and their country on the brink of war, it falls to the sisters to take the helm of the rebellion and end the cruel reign of a royal family possessed by destructive gods. So yeah, this sounds good. I didn't hear the best things about it when it first came out, but I was still interested enough to want to give it a shot myself. And so that's what I plan to do. Hopefully, maybe in June. And then lastly, I don't know if this is going to be a mood reading vlog or like a romance vlog, because there are some literary fictions that are kind of like in the air that sound good to me right now as well. So it will probably end up being a mixture of things, but mainly romance and lit fic. We have a carryover, and that is Disappoint Me by Nicola, Dinan. And this is an electrifying story of love, betrayal, and the complicated allure of domesticity. Funny, sharp, and poignant, Disappoint Me is a sweeping exploration of love, loss, trans panic, race, millennial angst, and the relationships, familial and romantic, that make us who we are. Basically, Max is a trans woman trying to figure life out, and I need to read this. We have Leather, Lace, and Locks by Anne Shade. And in this, we are following three women. We have Melissa, who is a shy, mousy introvert who's afraid to step out of her comfort zone until she dons a mask and leather as the dominatrix persona, Mistress Heart. She's living a double life, and she develops an intimate relationship with a mysterious not climate, who chips away the wall separating Miss Hart from Mistress Hart, and Golden Hughes, who has one goal: to turn her passion for dance into a professional career. But then tragedy strikes, and Golden sets her dreams aside for a regular job and a steady paycheck. Now that she has everything she needs, her passion for dance is reignited in burlesque performance, putting her in the path of two unique and sexy women. And lastly, Zoe Grant, who has spent most of her adult life putting her wants and needs on the back burner to focus on raising her daughter, her career as a beautician, and expanding her family's natural hair care line product business. But when a woman running from a painful past comes to the salon for a life-changing haircut, Zoe finds what she wants and needs in the most unexpected way. So I feel like this is going to be a tangle of some mess, some emotions, some fun, a lot of things. And I'm interested to try this out because I haven't heard anybody talk about it. And this came out last year. So yeah, we need to, read it and shed some light on it. Mutual Interest is a carryover as well, and this is a mesmerizing novel about marriage and ambition, sexuality and secrecy, and the true cost of building an empire. We follow Vivian, who is determined to flee her origins in Utica, New York, and avoid repeating her parents' dull, limited life. She meets Oscar, a middle manager at a soap company, and she finds a partner that she can guide to build the life she wants, not least because, more interested in men himself, Oscar will leave Vivian to tend to her own romances with women. So this is kind of built on like a lavender marriage, and I need to know. I need to know. Yeah, this 710 split by Karmen Lee. She has a lot of books in this Peach Blossom series, and I just figured I would start from the beginning because all of them sound really interesting. For teacher Ava Williams, some subjects are not up for debate, like history, specifically the one she has with Grace Jones, bowling pro and local celeb, who is now, for no identifiable reason, teaching at the same small town Georgia high school as Ava. Once upon a time, they were thick as thieves, best friends, rivals who pushed each other, and total bowling nerds. Then they shared a kiss, sweet and confusing, and after that, they split, and nothing was ever the same. Ava is pretty sure she has every reason to hate Grace, especially when the school's soggy potato of a principal announces finally that the students can have the bowling team Ava has been pushing for years, only to hand it to Grace. So now they're expected to be partners and lead their new bowling team to victory in 6 months. And with that, their rivalry is back. Fierce, ultra competitive, and with an undeniable attraction that pushes, pulls, and crashes together. It's history, it's chemistry, and it's just a matter of time before it explodes one way or another. And look, I have never read a bowling romance, and I just need to be a part. I think I just need to be a part to even see what this is going to give, because I think it's going to give something very interesting. And lastly, for this TBR, we have Kiss Me Maybe by Gabrielle Gamez. This is about a late bloomer who goes viral for coming out, and she decides to use her newfound fame to get her first kiss with the help of a sexy bartender. Librarian Angela has never been kissed, but after posting a video about her late bloomer status and ace identity, she's finally ready to get some first out of the way, using her new influencer status to come up with a scavenger hunt in which the winner earns her first kiss. Angela realizes she may need some help to pull off the event. Enter Crystal, hot bartender and Angela's unrequited crush of 5 years. Despite vowing that romantic love isn't for her, Crystal seems awfully determined to help Angela pull off the scavenger hunt and find true love. The connection between Angela and Crystal is getting stronger and stronger the more they hang out, until Angela isn't sure she wants to go through with the scavenger hunt after all. But Crystal is convinced that she isn't capable of love, and before long, Angela realizes she's falling head over heels for a woman who may never love her back. Now, this is giving mess. This is giving fun. This is giving Erin needs to pick it up. We have libraries and love. That's the name of the series. And you know I'm there. You know I'm absolutely, totally there. And yeah, that is our June TBR. Look, it's ambitious as always, but I just, I'm excited. I'm excited to read some Alphabet Mafia books, to bring you some recommendations, all the things that this month will bring. I would like to thank you for liking, watching, subscribing, commenting, anything that you do to support me and my channel. I definitely appreciate it, and I'm very grateful. I hope you have the best day that you possibly can. Remember to take care of yourself, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.